Hey everybody, this is FC Lore back once
And
again with
you're
this.
gonna give me a horrible lead-in again,
I'm
aren't
gonna
you?
do. You know what? I'm gonna do that every single time.
Oh,
And see just how resilient you in fact are.
thanks. I'm FC Shock. Thanks for having me, FC Lore.
This is game
It's good
two.
to cast with you.
This is game two of the series between Greaves and Captain Owens. This is a round one series, and Captain Owens is currently up 1-0 as he executed that 4-gate versus the one fast expand on the map Metropolis. This time FC Greaves is going to be spawning down here in the bottom side of Ohana and going to be throwing down his depot at the wall like before.
Yep, and here goes Owens running across the map to scout. He's thrown down his pylon in his main, not walling off again. Doesn't care if Greaves gets an early scout.
No,
Nothing wrong with that.
definitely not something that people tend to worry about too much, as you know, a lot of the same type of reads come out no matter what the build are. One gas, two gas, there's a lot of things that can happen there, and you know, once that stalker comes out, the SCV pretty much can't get any more information anyway.
This is true.
So we do see the barracks going down on the front, and we do see a fast gas geyser this time, so it's not going to be that one rack CC build.
No, definitely not. And also, Captain Owen's scouting probe was not at all a scouting probe. He may be going
He
for
is
a little bit
proxying
of.
again. Both of them are, as we see
Oh
the
my
barracks up
goodness.
there by Greaves at the
Oh my
natural.
goodness.
Oh, could we see a some kind of a weird situation here where they're attacking each other's bases? Maybe. I think Greaves definitely has the advantage here, though, because with the proxy racks, he's going to be able to get Marines in there way before Warp Gate's done.
Definitely. And there he goes, walling off with the last supply depot.
Yeah, that's very important, because now if Captain Owens were to move up there, he can't get in. All information that he would have had is now gone. The only thing I'm really wondering about right now is what the gas is for. Could he be trying to do this with some kind of... Oh, he's getting a tech lab. Is he going to do
Yeah,
proxy Reapers?
it's gonna be Reapers. I
Oh,
bet you.
wow. We do see the pylon going down at the natural, so Captain Owens might be wanting to do at least feign a fast expand.
Oh,
A bunker
what?
going down in the
A
main.
bunker. Oh my goodness.
Does he see it? He does see
I
it.
think
He
he
is
did.
moving
He
the,
saw
he's
it.
pulling probes off
Here
the
come.
line. He needs to kill the SCV before that finishes. He's not attacking the SCV. Oh, it does move off.
Yep, I think he's got this one. No problem.
Yep, cancel it. Gets his workers back to mine. Not a big issue, but he does not see there's a Marauder and a
Oh,
Marine.
wow. It's
He's
not
building
a Reaper.
Marauders.
Wow.
Does
This
he
is
have...
definitely interesting.
He does not have concussive shell. He's not researching it, so that's not going to be issued. But he needs to control this very well. I think the Zealot and Stalker are going to clean this up just fine.
Yep, not a problem. Oh, here comes another Marauder. Up the ramp.
Yeah, he just needs to make sure that he micros effectively here, because the Marauder deals virtually no damage to a Zealot.
Yep. Oh, he's not going to be able to kite that.
No.
He's got a lot of stuff queued up at that
Yeah.
one barracks.
I'm kind of wondering why
Oh,
he's
there, he
continuing
canceled it.
with this. I think Captain Owens might be a little bit rattled by this. Just now throwing down his additional gateways, his money is quite high. So that is at least something Greaves has done and not totally lost out on. He doesn't even... he actually doesn't know about the racks. He just now found out that there's a racks there.
Yep. And he's going to go throw down
So
his
if he
Nexus
can
anyway.
force the cancel on this, he doesn't need to lose that Stalker though when it goes down. He does pick up the Marauder, but he could force the cancel down here.
This is going to be interesting to see what happens here.
Looking
He
back
may
at-
wait. He may wait until the very last second to cancel that Nexus.
Yeah, he very well may. I mean, the Stalker is going to be able to, if he can control properly, take out these Marines, but that is definitely one of the hardest micros to do.
Mm-hmm.
And now that the Marauder's out, it's going to make it even more tough. He needs to pull those back. The concussive shell is done, so that's going to make that extremely difficult. He's going to be forced to cancel that.
He has to. Absolutely has to. There it goes.
So as the pressure continues up the front, I want to look back quickly into Greaves' base and see that the second command center is almost done, so he is going to be expanding behind this,
It
and
certainly
is kind of building up a good amount of gas. He didn't pull guys off, so we could see fast medevacs or something like that. He definitely would have the gas to get up a factory, if he starport if he wanted to.
Yep, he's also rallying stuff from his barracks at his main all the way up here to Owen's Natural, in addition to what is planted there. So he's
Yeah.
he's stopped for now, but he's
He's
definitely applying the pressure still.
definitely wants to delay this expand as long as possible, and I think it's a pretty decent strategy. Just try to delay this and take his own base, but at this point with the sentry out, he should be able to clean it up. He does move back that one marauder. That's very good for that. 2 more stalkers, 3 more stalkers coming down now, so this is all but over and the barracks does lift off.
There it goes.
Well,
Greaves is yeah. Sorry, Greaves is throwing down a whole bunch of barracks now, getting ready for 4. He's got Owens under his thumb for now, that's for sure.
yeah, definitely an effective position. If we look at the worker counts, it's 24 SCVs to 16 probes and 1 mule, so you have an idea what the income tab looks like. That means double for our Terran player.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do see the 2 bunkers going down in the front. He is landing his orbital. He has another command center in his main that is just completed, so he's going to be taking a fast third as well.
This is
And
definitely another fast-paced game because here comes Owens across the map again.
yeah, and he gets it right as the bunkers finishes. Nothing is in them yet, but he quickly loads up, and that was just timed a little bit off, or could have done a lot of damage. But now with the 2 bunkers, I don't think he's going to be able to do much here. I think he felt the need to put on some pressure after being delayed for so long. But Greaves is more than prepared, although the bunker does look like it's going to fall.
Oh my
As the zealots
goodness.
get the surround, and he didn't pull workers off to repair in time. Will he be able to get the other bunker, though? It's being repaired pretty quickly. That Marauder does fall. He needs to go after the SCVs at this point if he's going to commit to this. More troops are rallying in. They are just stalkers, though, but there's only Marines in that bunker, so he needs to be able to try
There
to
he
micro
goes,
as
picking
best
off
he can.
workers.
Yeah, picks off the workers, and yeah,
Is he
it's
gonna get this?
still repairing. Wow. More Marines coming down off the line, though. That Marauder should be the end of this.
Yep, he's forced to retreat. But here he goes on his proxy again, warping in more stalkers. It's not done.
No,
Boy, is he not done.
He's adding a 4th gateway, so he's basically into that 4 gate. He does have an extra assimilator. Nothing's mining in it right now.
Oh my goodness, it's going to be 5 gates. He's just thrown down another.
Yeah.
I think he's a little bit, got a little bit of bloodlust right now.
Just a little bit. He wants to kill. He didn't appreciate being proxy racks too much, but his opponent was, well, you're gonna 4-gate me in the first game. I'm gonna proxy racks you in the second game. So,
This is true. Turnabout is fair play, but my goodness, I think Owens knows what he's doing when it comes to this. Oh my goodness, this counter.
he does have the force field that didn't quite get down. He could have force field. Had SCVs been pulled to repair that, as they do come a little bit later now. And those Marauders just chewing up everything.
Yep, tearing it up.
Back there. I see what you did there.
Oh yeah. And that stalker's running home.
Certainly is. Not sure about any kind of transition out of this, though, as we do have the Terran player significantly ahead in supply, and we do still have a proxy tech lab.
I don't think we're going to see much out of that proxy tech lab.
Probably not. I mean, I guess he could float a starport over here and begin battle cruiser production, but
Oh, right.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's so highly likely. Right now, that's what he really needs to do.
We do see back in Greaves' base, he's continuing to get up the macro mode, adding on add-ons to his barracks, getting a reactor in his factory, going to do the swap with a starport there. getting up those essential medevacs.
And taking a third.
That orbital's been sitting there for a while, producing SCVs and building up energy, dropping mules, and now he's going to get the full effect of that as he takes that third base. Very nicely done.
Owen's cleaning up the proxy tech lab. No
Yeah.
proxy battle cruisers for
No.
Greaves. That's too
I wanted
bad.
to see a game with proxy battle cruisers.
Not this time, bro.
Looks like the observer's going to move out across the map, and I grant you it's not going to like what it sees when it gets to the Terran's base, as the medevacs are popping out. A +1 is on the way from the engineering bay, and we do have an armory going down. So is he going to use that just for +2, do you think? Or maybe he's going to try to go into a little bit of Thorage.
I would like to see some Thors, quite honestly. I mean, that's just a slap in the face. Hey, look, I'm a boss. Here's a Thor.
He needs to get the strike cannon as well. And
Ooh,
just totally, like,
ooh, Manor Cannon. Don't forget me, bro.
do the 250 millimeter on a sentry.
Oh, this is going to be a heck of an attack. He put the scan down on Owen's natural. Not seeing a whole lot there.
Yeah, basically seeing that there's enough sentries to force field them out for about 30 seconds, and then you can just move in for the win.
Pretty much.
The Immortal is going to pop out. He has way more gateways than he can actually produce out of it this time. Going for the Colossus, that's really the only thing you can do, being so far behind, as Templar Tech it takes way too long.
It does. He is throwing down a robotics bay, though.
Mm-hmm.
Going for Colossus. Also throwing down his Twilight Council and a cannon in the back of his mains mineral line.
Okay. Guess a little bit concerned about maybe a medevac of Marines dropping a TAM as probes. And it doesn't take very many times of that happening before players start to develop tactics to try to deal with that. +1 armor is just about to finish up here. And I really don't like to see the Twilight Council coming up as well as a Robo, because he's simply not going to have enough money to really support that. He's got to get ahead by building units and then try to hold and add on the tech later. But ghosts are coming out, and that's going to be really difficult to deal with.
Oh my goodness. Ghosts are scary, that is for sure.
Scary ghost.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Oh.
I was going to say, here on the Ohana map, you really don't have to worry about drops in your mineral lines too much because the backsides of these bases are a little bit protected.
Yeah, it's a very cramped edge. Like, you see a lot of maps that have significant airspace outside of the walkable surface. Maps like Metalopolis, even Metropolis, and to a certain extent, some of the maps like Shakuras Plateau, basically some of the older maps. But a lot of these maps now don't have that same airspace around the edge, and it's just hard to sneak past there.
This is true. Yeah, that's very true. I have to say, though, looking at the supply count right now, Greaves could end this at any time. He really could.
Yeah, he's basically just kind of going for the max push, and I guess it's kind of like the most safe thing you can do at this point. I mean, he probably would have won in the last few minutes at any point if he'd have pushed out. However, he knows how far he is ahead, and he's just getting more ahead. So if he pushes right when he's maxed, he knows that is the point where he will be the furthest ahead of his opponent that he can possibly be in this game, and that will be the best engagement.
That is true. Greaves has a SCV scouting Owen's third, sees that there's nothing there. Going over to the other side to see if there's anything there, and now he's ready to move out. There he goes.
Yeah, he realizes he's up against a 2-base Protoss with not a lot of economy, not a lot of attack. Perfect time to move in.
Absolutely. Observer over the ramp.
He's going to be taking down his destructible rods. Gear up to try to take a 3rd base. but we do see the units streaming around this middle section. This is something that happens in Ohana if you're not careful. Your army, if you just move from one side to the other on an A-click, you will actually part. The army will part in the middle of this structure, these two cliffs between the watchtowers. So it's kind of important to try to keep those together. Fortunately, there was not a situation where that could really punish him at this point.
Yep. Throwing down the scan. Oh, there go the ghosts
are
up the
gonna
main
cloak.
ramp. Oh my
And
goodness, a
A
nuke!
nuke.
Oh my goodness, 2 nukes!
2 nukes!
Oh, that other.
I
other
wanted
ghost
proxy
is
battle cruisers, but this is pretty good too.
This
And the
is
movie,
excellent.
the army runs down the ramp and does get a pretty decent engagement. The Vikings are just too much, though. Colossus falls really quickly here, and the nuke did land on the front, but the second nuke did not land on the minerals.
No, it did not. That second ghost got dropped on by the nuke. That was a little bit unfortunate, but
He's
at
like,
this point,
bro,
it didn't matter.
seriously, dude. And there's the good game, and the series is now tied 1-1, and we're going to be going into the third and final game on the map Entombed Valley. So stay tuned for that. I've been FC Lore, and my friend has been
FC Shock. Thank you very